Greetings. Welcome forward to the love Kush-Ann. Today we are making connections with ErmiAS Joseph Ashgedom. Like I said, this is my channel, and this is the channel. Now, ErmiAS passed in 2019, right? So since then, I've had this information that I want to share. But there is so much controversy and very much there were people fighting over him. And in the spirit, it was very weird and I didn't like it. So, me having my own gift, when I had a near-death experience when I was a little girl, they told me I came here to conquer death. So I said, okay, well, I don't need to talk to these people. I'm going to see what he say himself directly, right? So, there was a lot of readings, some seance. I did watch a seance from Bantu Witch Doctor. And, they were giving her a hard time too. Boy, they fighting over ErmiAS. So, she gave some instructions on how to contact, her way of contacting the people who have transitioned over. Now, if you have some type of Leviathan, spirit over you, will tell you can't beat it. Don't come over here because you're going to be scared. You ain't going to like this one. Now, me, I come from, certain background where I'm not trying to bring in no duppy, no ugly zombie, no fragmented energies. I know that, you go over that's the afterlife. It's like an after party. It's fun. So they've told me this, the spirit, the Most High. I mean, some people could say it's demon. I don't know. What are you doing? Because y'all be doing some evil stuff. I'm never telling me if it done nothing evil yet. But anyway, so it's a gift that I have. And I said, well, shit. And getting into all this stuff. And then people was fighting. I'm talking about real fighting, internet wars, right? Listen. Some people, listen, them brave. But anyway, cheers to you, Ermi. So anyway, one day, I looked at the thing and I said, I'm a renegade. Like, I'm not going to go instruction by instruction. Listen. Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to do that part. And that's how good I'm going to do that part. So that's what I did. So I said, ErmiAS, please tell me because I just want to know, for the community. This is a community build. This is for everyone. This is not my personal, thing. So I asked him and he gave me a few, he gave me some good things. And I'm telling you, I've been watching it ever since. And, I'm saying? He ain't never lied. And I could say that it's like in general because the way how they were getting into, I don't need to know, all the people you boinking. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. Men will do certain things, until they, realize who they are. So that was a big controversy. And he's with this person. They ain't with that person. Listen. Me being very close with my father and being close with my brothers. Listen, you don't know who you are. You're not who you think you are. Or maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway. So I went in and I asked about ErmiAS. So cheers to you and the family. Black Sam, how are you? Because, I'm not sure how far I will get with this because I don't have a lot of memory. There might be a part 2. Just like with the XXX Tentacion. Is anybody... Can you send this around? Can you like? Can you share? Can you subscribe? And I can go live. So anyway, are you following me? Cheers to you, ErmiAS, because this is how I know that we are to do a new thing. And we have new angels. We have new guides. ErmiAS is my family's guide. So back in those days, well, I had teenagers then, because they're growing up now. Yes, mama's getting big and mama's getting big. But they went out and, I live in New York City. They have domain over the 5 boroughs. They went to go party in Brooklyn. So I'm like, where you guys at? Blah, blah, blah. They said they just leaving. Mama knows what's going on. Sometimes they say they leaving. They didn't leave yet. 3-4 hours. Mama's like, damn, they should be at like Tremont at least. No. They're nowhere. So I'm like really starting to get like, because I always wait till they get in. And I'm starting to get like, I'm getting nervous. I know there's nothing wrong. There can't be anything wrong. But this time is going, and then how you have that nervous sleep. I don't know if anybody's had that. You drop asleep. You think you're sleeping for a good 2 hours, and you can check back and they be here. No, it was 2 minutes. It was 2. My nerves was about to go to the left, and I appealed to the saint ErmiAS. I'm not joking. From that, I have not stayed up waiting for them. Because ErmiAS saw it. It was up to you, though. It's up to you. I mean, I say, but not like those back in those days. After I appealed to ErmiAS, I talked to ErmiAS, and I said, listen, what's going on? They out here. It's not funny. You know what I'm saying? They probably live in Georgia. What he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's not funny. So I appealed to ErmiAS, and from that, like, that's my babes. That's my friend. That's the Syrian lion right there. You can't tell me nothing about ErmiAS. You understand? So back in those days, when he passed away, I was so shocked and because at first I heard an announcement that he got shot, and I was hoping that he was going to recover. But something in there like told me like, wow, what did he do? Deeper. But anyway, there were a bunch of psychics, mediums, and different people that were like asking or reading his energy. It was a Bantu witch doctor that did a seance. And it was a bunch of attacks going back and forth. They act like I don't know if they thought it was his man, or they had to defend their friend. I'm sure they didn't know nobody that he ever been with. But they was defending it like, and I said, you know what? I can't be involved with this. I need to know for myself. And so one day, because when I was young and I had a near-death experience, they told me I have the power to conquer death. What does that mean? I don't know. I've always been trying to find out. I said, but this is my chance. So the Bantu witch doctor, they were attacking her and telling her blah, blah, blah. So she left some certain instructions on how she does her thing, or how to contact her. She does her seance. But you know me, I'm a rebel and I'm a renegade. Listen, bitch. Oops. I ain't gonna follow your thing. I took certain things from it, and I asked. They told me ask and receive. And that's what I did. And I asked him, I just asked what you want to put through. And I had a board like this. And I just wrote down certain words. And I looked at it and it told a kind of story like. So at the top, I believe that day was Tuesday. I'm not sure, but it was Tuesday. And then I spelt Tuesday wrong with the EU. And then they said, EU, is anybody out here doing the butt? Do y'all know anybody that look like EU that might be involved in the ErmiAS Nipsey Hussle Ashgedom case? I'm not sure. I'm a pretty good speller, and I spelled it wrong with the EU. And I said, ow, doing the butt. Somebody involved in this? I'm not sure what he was trying to say. Okay. And I put the board up on my story. And I've taped many videos. I just never uploaded them because these people will fight. These people are fighting. These people were fighting. They might be fighting still now. I'm not sure. They was fighting over pulling out cards and saying this is what happened. Like, come on, B. It couldn't be me because I am not like, I'm very trepidatious. Ain't no duppy gonna follow me home. So I did ask, and those are the things that came out. The first was that going up on a Tuesday, which I found to be, because McKinnon sings that, and McKinnon, I don't know where he comes from, but McKinnon is basically Ethiopian Eritrean name, like the emperors, right? I know this because I've named one of my sons Menelik. His middle name, yes. So, what else did he say? Now, he said a lot. I mean, he didn't say a lot. I just asked for the community because they were trying to get into his business. Who is the wife and who the baby mama and who the love and all this other stuff, B? Do you really know men? Do you guys really speak to men? Do you have a brother? Or what about your dad? Because I grew up with my dad. Very close to my dad. And my brother had to take me around because he had to babysit me. So I saw certain things. You might not be who you think you are, miss. You understand? But anyway, so I have time to care about that. We care about the children. Anybody would like to bring Imani to come spend some time with me on a neutral ground? That's fine. It sounds strange, but yeah. So we're concerned about the children. And I read the other day that there were some custody battles, and we know ErmiAS do not play about his Iman. Don't try it, okay? Do your best. So, I'm saying that to say, shouts out to Big Sam. Anybody got what's ErmiAS line of herbs? Because Kush-Ann, he said check Black Sam about that. In the spirit, if you don't want to, just leave it out. Just leave it out. Don't bother me, Eva, with no foolishness. Anyway, so okay. So that was the first line that he wanted to share with the world. Because I told him, just give me stuff for the community. Because I can't. The poems and bodies, things, I can't. No, come on. I can't. Okay, so that was going up on a Tuesday. McCann, EU, doing the butt. What else was there? Shit. A bunch of stuff, but I'm going to tell you in part 2. What I'm looking for is a community build. To do this, I did purchase what's that? Don Julio? Why I forget about it? But there's another one that he really likes. It's 1942. And so I'm looking for someone to sponsor, and then we can have a real show and I can really present it. It doesn't matter. It's just a few words. It's not a really big deal. But please like, share, and subscribe. Look for part 2 when I'm going to have my 1942. Because when you entertain the saints, the ancestors, you want to bring in some spirits and some food. I have some over there. I'm eating it. Look. It's seafood. Because that's what I like. So, if you would like to get in on this communication, make connections with ErmiAS, you can certainly forward and run them donations